Thank you for joining me, my friend the Holy Spirit. This is Gift Zawadi Love. Today we continue talking about prayer, and my question today is, can God keep silent? Can God not speak? And the answer to that question is yes, God can be silent. What makes God silent? God is silenced by our disobedience. When we choose to disobey Him, then He will not give you the next instruction. He will not keep talking to you. Just like if I tell my son to do something and he chooses to disobey, then I will not speak again, because in the first place he's supposed to come and apologize for his disobedience and actually do what I asked him to do. Why? Because he's not going to follow or obey the second instruction I give him if he has not obeyed the first. Why should I keep talking? The same way, God is not going to give you more instructions until you obey the first, until you regard the first instruction that He gave you. We see that in the story of Jonah. When Jonah was sent to Nineveh in the book of Jonah, and he disobeyed, and God did not speak to him. He went into the belly of the fish, he repented, he got back himself straight with God, and then God talked to him a second time with the same instruction. Go to Nineveh and tell them that I'm going to destroy them if they don't get their act together. Another time that God kept quiet was a time when the old prophet lied to the young prophet. We had seen this in 1 Kings chapter 13. When the young prophet was told by God, do not eat or drink anything in this place, and do not come back the same way you came in. So he had obeyed until an old prophet came and lied to him. And this young prophet listened to the false prophet. And once he obeyed that, God did not speak to the young prophet again. But a word came through the old prophet to tell the young prophet that he is going to be destroyed because he disobeyed. Another time that God kept quiet is when he kept sending people to Eli. He was a priest. Eli, or Eli, people call it in different ways, was a priest, and his children were blaspheming God. They were using the sacrifices for the wrong things. And I'm going to read 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 27 and going on. A warning for Eli's family. One day a man of God came to Eli and gave him this message from the Lord. I revealed myself to your ancestors when they were Pharaoh's slaves in Egypt. I chose your ancestor Aaron from among all the tribes of Israel to be my priest, to offer sacrifices on my altar, to burn incense, and to wear the priestly vest as he served me. And I assigned the sacrificial offerings to you priests. So, why do you scorn my sacrifices and offerings? Why do you give your sons more honor than you give me? For you and they have become fat from the best offerings of my people Israel. Therefore, the Lord, the God of Israel, says, I promised that your branch of the tribe of Levi would always be my priests. But I will honor those who honor me, and I will despise those who think lightly of me. The time is coming when I will put an end to your family, so it will no longer serve as my priests. All the members of your family will die before their time. None will reach old age. You will watch with envy as I pour out prosperity on the people of Israel, but no members of your family will ever live out their days. The few not cut off from serving at my altar will survive, but only so their eyes can go blind and their hearts break, and their children will die a violent death. And to prove that what I have said will come true, I will cause your two sons, Hophni and Phinehas, to die on the same day. Then I will raise up a faithful priest who will serve me and do what I desire. I will establish his family, and they will be priests to my anointed kings forever. Then all of your surviving family will bow down before him, begging for money and food. Please, they will say, give us jobs among the priests, so we'll have enough to eat. What a curse. Whenever we regard men over God, we sign up for being cursed. Even if you regard your children over God, you regard that your children are doing the wrong thing, yet you're not warning them, you're not disciplining them, you're allowing them to disregard who God is. God will ask us and we will have to answer. Remember, this was a priest then. But now, since Jesus came, we are a kingdom of kings and priests. You are, as a Christian, you are a king and a priest. Why? A king rules, a priest intercedes. You are a king and a priest in your home. You are a king and priest in your marriage. You're a king and priest wherever you are. That God has given you the responsibility over your children to be able to discipline them. Teach them in the way they should go. And when they grow old, they will not depart from it. Eli was warned so many times, but he never talked to his children. He never disciplined them. He would just talk lightly. There is a time that we have to come and take God seriously and know that our God is an honorable God. We cannot mock him. We cannot blaspheme him. We cannot just do whatever we want to do. Why? You do not want God to be silent on you. You do not want to sign up for curses. May God help us and help us to understand that he is a God who needs to be reverenced, who is to be feared, who is to be adored, that we may show this to our children, even as we live, the people around us, so that they may honor this God and that they may walk in the blessings of the Lord. Thank you. Join me again as we continue with this story of Eli and see exactly what happened. God bless you. Thank you.